overpopulation is it's an instinct in every species. Just make as many as you possibly can, and you can basically rely on other things to make sure that the world isn't just covered with fucking squirrels. There's things out there to eat them. There's things that control the numbers, but we've broken out. And it's not a permanent, it's not a problem that's unfixable now, as the world is just ending and we're a horrible holocaust on the earth. And no, we're pretty interesting things. We're probably the most complex and interesting animals on this planet. And of course, I have a little bias when it comes to that, being one of us, but it gets to a point where most rational people have said, hey, wait a minute, it's not in my best interest, our best interest as a species, or the best interest of all of our friends and relatives on this planet, or every other species on this planet. It's not in anyone's best interest to just keep multiplying. And it's people like these fundamentalists, whether they be Islamic fundamentalists or Christian fundamentalists, that it's not just them, but they definitely are propagating this idea that it's a good idea, and it's not. And if someone can tell me why it would be a good idea to pump out people when there's already 6 billion of us on the planet, it's like, I doubt there's more rats than human beings, When will there be enough? When are we going to look around and say, hey, wait a minute, there's too many fucking people, I can't even get some fucking elbow room in here? When are we going to say that? When am I going to not be viewed as, you're a eugenicist, you're like Hitler, you just wanna murder everybody and thin out the herd, you Darwinist. No, I want us to think about what we're doing as a species, not just as individuals, but as a species. We need to work together for common goals, not as a country, not in your little tiny tribalistic, oh, this is our side and they're bad but we're good, and they're stupid but we're smart, and best country on earth. That's kind of thinking that just goes nowhere. We're just spinning our wheels in the fucking mud of stupidity that we've made for ourselves. And, there's plenty of people out there that realize what's going on. And you know what they do? They have one kid, or they have 2 kids at the very fucking most. Or, could you imagine, adopt children that are already alive? And the anti-abortionist movement, it's like they don't even fucking think for 2 seconds. Like, you murdered that child, that little bundle of a couple hundred cells. You murdered it. You murdered it in his mother's womb. You didn't give it a chance to live. Did we need it? Did we need that little bundle of cells to be born to a mother that didn't want it, that didn't have the money to care for it or send it to school to get a good education? Did we want another, do we really need it? Do we need another unwanted, unloved human being in this world? And maybe I'm being selfish here, but I'm going to say no. I'm going to say I'm down for abortion, and that sounds pretty nasty, but I'm okay with it, I'm okay with pretty much any kind of abortion. And, obviously it would be preferable to just wear a condom in the first place, or take your fucking pills, but we want to only teach abstinence-only education in school, so, because that works. You got 4 billion years of evolution written into every strand of your DNA telling you to fuck. And you have some douchebag in a suit telling you that you're gonna die if you fuck. your life is gonna be ruined if you fuck. You know, and we could just be sensible and say, hey, kids, you shouldn't be having sex when you're 14 years old, or maybe not even 16 years old. But it's not gonna stop them. They're gonna figure out a way. You can't watch them all the time. You can't put a fucking chip in their head that's like, boop, 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 he's having sex. Oh my god, go get her. So it's just ridiculous, and we have this whole society built on making sure that everybody lives. And maybe there couldn't be any other way to do things, but there certainly could be a way to stop everyone, to stop needless births. There certainly could be a way for us to kind of cut back on our growth over the entire face of the world. You know, it's like if you look on Google Maps, it's like or Google Earth, I'm sorry. If you look on Google Earth, you zoom in on any part of the globe, and there's a very good chance you're going to see humans. You're going to see buildings and people. And it's not like we're moving into an empty territory. There were things there that aren't there anymore. We've probably killed more species than we ever discovered. You know? So, really just think about it before you go out there and get knocked up. Just think about it for 2 seconds. Think about how many children are out there that need your love and need a home, or are getting like raped in foster care by some nitwit that wants to check every month, so they like collect children. Yeah, think about those children, and think about why you need to have your kid, why you need your facial features to be passed on. Why is that important to you? Think about that, and if you're like, well, that's all well and good, creepy guy on the internet, but I can't adopt kids. I don't have the money to adopt a kid. It's a lengthy process. I have a criminal record, or they won't give it to me because of this or that, and why won't they give you a kid? You know, if you think you would get turned down for adoption, if you don't think someone would trust a child to you, then you really shouldn't be having a child. Okay? It's not a fucking kitten. It's not a puppy. It's not a goldfish. It's a human being. It's going to grow up. It's going to buy a house and a car. It's going to need a lot of shit. It's going to compete with all the rest of us. It's going to breathe my fucking air. So yeah, just think about it. I would really like to see our civilization live a long, long, long time into the future, and to go explore the stars and whatnot, but it's not going to happen if we keep thinking the same way that we've been thinking. We have to start working together, really working together. But, yeah, I'm going off on all kinds of tangents, so I'm just going to end it here. So, rate me. Leave me some comments. Make fun of my hair. Have at it. Loving you.